name is Trisha Lynch. I'm going to show you how to saddle a horse with Western tack. So Western tack there's basically two types of tack. There's Western and English. So Western is anything from poles to barrel, roping, cutting, leisurely for trail, and then there's also Western events. So the first thing you need to do is to get your horse. So you do that with a halter and a lead line. So basically the halter goes over the horse's head behind the ears, and then with this one it's got a little clip so you can just clip it. Some of them don't, you have to just manually buckle them. And then you just hook the lead rope on and you lead your horse out and tie them to a hitching rail or trailer or whatever you can get to tie them to a tree. It works. So basically there's generally about two types of halters. There's the clip one, which is this one, and then there's just rope halters, which you just tie. And then after you have your horse tied up, you should brush it. So there are a few various different brushes. Work out very well. So basically, if the horse is shedding, like right now, it's winter and it's starting to get warm, you should use a shedding brush so you don't get hair all over your blanket. And then if it's summer and they're not really shedding very much, you can just use a regular brush, get the dirt off, because horses like to roll around in the dirt. This is a curry comb for when they have their winter coat, because hair and mud get stuck in it a lot worse. And it's just got, it's metal, and it's got little like pricks on it to pull the dirt out. This is a mane and tail brush to brush off the mane and tail, and this is a face brush. So after you brush them, you use a hoof pick, and you should clean out the bottom of the hoof. Basically, you can pinch there, or the tendons are there to put pressure on the horse's foot, and they'll pick it up. So just clean out the bottom of the hoof. Make sure you clean out around the frog to remove any rocks, so that the horse's foot doesn't bruise. So that's when you actually start saddling up. The first thing you do is put the blanket on, and so basically you'd want that kind of squared on the shoulder as far as the front of it. And then after that, you would put your saddle on the horse. Okay. And then basically you need a girth. And there's several different sizes. So it just depends on the size of the horse, obviously, but there's also a low strap so you can adjust it down or up. So basically when you have the horse saddled, you want this metal ring to be between their legs like evenly. And so you would take this under the horse and you would cinch up the saddle. So you just do it once and then go through the metal ring again. And then pull it like this and go out and then over. And then through that loop. And then you can just tighten it by pulling the strap up and taking in excess. So then you'd have the saddle on. The next thing you would do would depend on the type of riding you're doing and how broke your horse is. This is a headstall. You would take your halter off and put the headstall on, and it just goes behind the ears and it just puts pressure on the nose. And you clip it underneath the saddle to this ring, and it just puts pressure on the nose and brings the horse's head down so like it can't rear up and like knock you in the head or anything like that. But if you're doing like Western style riding where they are illegal, you have to use a straight shank bit, which is what's on this one, and just your bridle. So like horses don't have teeth right where their mouth ends. There's no teeth there, so if your horse isn't broke or is very stubborn, you put your finger in their mouth, which sounds disgusting, but it works. And then they'll open up their mouth, and then you just slide the bit in, and then pull this up behind their ears, and this would stay in front. And then you tighten it. You don't want it too tight, you just want it loose enough that it stays on the horse, but snug enough it don't fall off. And so then you have the bridle on, and your horse's